Recently, a caller approached me at a dance asking what I was doing to fix our activity. Playing the devil's advocate, I asked him what he thought was wrong. And he told me it takes too long to teach, insisting that he had to teach 0 through plus in one teaching season. My reply was easy: teach less. Obviously, he thought I had the power to change anything. So that led me to think, well, what would I do if I really had such power? So, well, first of all, I'd create perfect collars with all the best attributes. I would have the vision and the future of Bob Osgood. I would have knowledge of choreography like Bill Davis, the teaching skills of Jack Martha, the ethics of Jim Mayo, the business attributes of Bill Hyman, the collar training ability of Jack Lazary, the showmanship skills of Dick Jones, and the people skills of Marshall Flippo, and the humility of Jerry Junk. And I'm sure that there are so many other attributes I could add, but that's pretty good for now, don't you think? All right. Next, I would clone successful dance groups, similar to the Sage Swingers of Brunswick, Maine, that have achieved growth by enhancing social benefits. Another group to emulate would be the Valley Twirlers of Northridge, California, that have managed multiple programs within one core club, keeping members involved with many interactive social projects. Okay, now I have the perfect collars and I have the perfect clubs, and it's time to unite them with the callers and the dancer organizations to assist with projects that become necessary from time to time. I would invite folks that were similar to the founding members of Callerlab: Bob Van Antwerp, Marshall Flippo, Ed Gilmore, Lee Hessel, Bruce Johnson, Arnie Cronenberger, Frank Lane, Joe Lewis, Bob Osgood, Bob Page, Dave Taylor. Everyone would work in perfect harmony for the sole purpose of maintaining and promoting the activity for future generations to enjoy. Now, I know in reality people don't work in lockstep with each other, but each would bring to the table their best assets, and would be willing to compromise and abide by the majority for the good of the order. While I'm at it, I would standardize the fundamentals and create a workable program of calls for maximum enjoyment. It might resemble our mainstream program that we use today, with only a few modifications that would reduce redundancies. All the callers would follow the recommended teaching order and teach thoroughly with as much entertainment value as possible, with unconstrained timetables. I want to tell you that these aren't dreams, that everything that we've just described already exists. No need to reinvent the wheel. We do have callers with all these great attributes mentioned. We have clubs with the ability to avert any obstacles. We do have top quality organizations, willing volunteers who are passionately working on multiple projects for the betterment of the entire activity. Callers and dancer organizations are currently working on national and grassroots levels to rally new interest. So our founding members knew the activity would change and allowed our organization the flexibility to make changes necessary along the way. Callerlab has survived many heated debates in the past and will continue to forge ahead, reshaping the activity as necessary. Sure, some will log hits from time to time, don't I know? But we all must keep our focus on the betterment of the activity for the fun and fellowship it provides. I've said in the past that problems never go away. Leaders find ways to work around them, these obstacles, to meet their goals. Leaders come and go, but unfortunately problems seem to stick around. What we lose from time to time is that historical perspective to remind us what was done during times of past adversity. If problems persist, we often seek outside source for help. Any computer operator has relied on troubleshooting software to repair problems that may exist in real time. While I'm dreaming, wouldn't it be great to have a problem shooting section on our website to address problems, to provide possible solutions. It would be a great resource for members and dancers alike. Okay, it's my dream, but if you think it's possible. So, what I would really love to see, though, is our convention theme taken to heart by all of our members. That's entertainment, is something that should be considered every time we perform. It should be in every word sung, every figure offered, for all the dancers to enjoy. It should be present when we teach, when we promote, when we recruit new dancers. Our music should be current and relevant to make an impression upon those attending. Ignore all the labels for a minute, and friendship set to music can resonate through all generational groups. Making the right connection with impressionable music can be a challenge, but is necessary to bridge any generational gap. The right music does enhance our product. And there's no doubt in my mind that we have a terrific product. It's flexible, it really is flexible, and it can meet the needs of any group. Selling it one size fits all is our biggest mistake. Folks not willing to adapt after getting negative results will continue to fail until they make some necessary changes. No organization, no list is at fault, just their inability to adapt. Non-dancers are not aware of figures like relay the doozy or spin chain and exchange the gears. It's only our current dance population and the callers that seem unwilling to let go of these dance actions. New dancers just need to be entertained right from the start to reduce the stress of learning. The synergy that exists amongst new dancers is contagious. They will tell everyone they meet the amount of fun that they're having through square dancing. They can, however, be driven away if pushed too hard, too fast, overwhelmed by too much material. Diminishing fun equals diminishing returns from investments. Existing clubs need to be more patient or find ways to feather in these new dancers with a limited vocabulary. It appears that many are satisfied to create perpetual students rather than dancers. Often they remain stuck in a learning mode, trying to obtain the proficiency of their recruiting friends, or worse yet, give up trying and just tell everybody else how difficult it is to learn square dancing. So once again, I go back to my dreaming that I could stop this teaching push through the programs. Callers, armed with better teaching techniques, can thoroughly teach dancers with greater proficiency if they offered a reduced vocabulary with maximum entertainment. New dancers thoroughly taught and entertained would have a higher rate of retention and will be better recruiters. It's time to stop the cycle that more calls makes better dancing. It's up to each and every one of us to put on the brakes. Offer your leadership to provide alternative approaches that will guide clubs around these obstacles. Find a way to teach without time constraints. Let's be thorough with the less vocabulary, but provide more entertainment and social fun. Our jobs as callers may be more difficult, but the end game is worth it if we can achieve growth with new dancers. This is difficult to balance, but it can be achieved. It has to be achieved. The key ingredient is providing more entertainment. Growth will occur before you know it, and the dancers will acknowledge, now this is entertainment. Thank you.